What is going on, my patriots? How you guys doing? Welcome to another edition of you guessed it, Joel Davis Media Network. I'm your host, Joel Davis. Once again, I'm coming to y'all with some of the latest development of crime news. And yes, it is still fuck YouTube. Still gonna be on that for eternity, probably, because of what we're going through. So, with that being said, uh, I want you guys to know that if you want to donate to the channel, please take advantage of my cash app, which I am about to type in right now. What's up, Focus and Keep? Here for you guys.
She's a great player. I'm a great player. So
That message will be pinned throughout the whole time. So if you got cash app, please don't hesitate to do that for me. Also, too, um, same thing here as well on Rumble. So if you're on Rumble, please don't hesitate to do the same thing. So let's see here what we got. Also on Instagram, you can join me on that as well. I'm over there. And if you want to support me over there, you can be a subscriber. So it's all good, y'all. You know, it happens. I mean, it's part of the game, right? When you tell the truth, people get hurt feelings. So you have to basically roll with it. But don't worry. Um, I know that I have God on my side, and I know um, it's gonna be all right. So, with that being said, guys, we're gonna talk about this case here and many other cases tonight. This case stands out. Young black female named Sadie. I was Sade, excuse me, Sade. I won't say Sade like the singer Sade. Sade Robinson. Lizzo, you crazy. With that being said, let's go ahead on and share this. I'm gonna bring this clip up here. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get Kelly and Mo on the show again, man. I'll probably do it Thursday night or Friday. We'll join up and do something together. But give me one moment. Let me pull this up right quick. All right, I'm finna share this clip right quick. Again, this is fair use, fair use. Make sure I got everything situated. All right, let me go cut my volume up right quick so you guys can hear. Put it on 15 on the system. All right.
The new search for remains in the killing of a 19-year-old Milwaukee woman. Prosecutors have charged Maxwell Anderson with homicide, mutilation, and arson in the death of 19-year-old Shade Robinson. She was last seen on a date with Anderson April 1st. On April 2nd, someone found a severed leg in Cudahy's Warnemont Park. Prosecutors say DNA evidence shows that it is Robinson's. Remains found in other areas have not yet officially been linked to Robinson. As 12 News' Emily Polfall reports, Robinson's family and friends are looking for more volunteers in the search.
Now we want y'all to look up the bluff and down on the ground. Y'all know what y'all looking for? Yes. Okay. I just want to warn you.
Grit and determination through grief. Another day of searching for Shade Robinson's remains and searching for closure for her family.
I think everybody's just overwhelmed.
Tracking through water and mud, Robinson's cousin sits in Warnemont Park after searching all day, too exhausted to go on camera.
It's just tiring because we're not getting anywhere. But our family needs peace and we need closure, so I don't want to stop.
A group of about 20, they're searching places mentioned in the criminal complaint of Robinson's suspected killer, Maxwell Anderson, accused of scattering her body parts across Milwaukee County.
The search party spent most of Saturday looking here in Warnemont Park. People we spoke to say they came out to help search to try to bring peace to Robinson's family.
It was really hard terrain, and you kind of have to be a madman to do it well.
This is Robinson's friend Josh.
Like, I felt compelled to do that. I owed that to her.
The pair met at Pizza Shuttle, where Robinson worked.
She was gorgeous, and her smile could like brighten anyone's day, and she just had that personality where she could cheer you up.
The group is still learning how to organize a widespread search party, and they're doing it with little help.
I've never been part of a search or anything like this before.
People want to get on the water because obviously she might be in the water and we don't have the resources.
In Warnemont Park, Emily Pofall, WISN 12 News.
The Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office telling 12 News tonight all known locations have been searched multiple times, also saying the search is ongoing as they continue to identify possible new locations through investigation. And the man charged with killing Robinson is on your screen, Maxwell Anderson. He's in jail tonight on a $5 million bond. He is expected back in court later this month.
All right, y'all saw that, y'all heard that, man. My condolences goes out to the family. This is a very tragic story. It really is. The backstory to this whole thing was that this young lady met this guy for the first time for a date. So let me see if I can find the particulars here of how this all started. So I can break everything down to you guys. So basically, what I'm getting through the grapevine from a lot of sources is that the young lady met this guy on like Tinder online, right? So she met him online. They vibed, they kicked it. You know what I'm saying? They really, or whatever, for however long they were talking on this social media platform. And she did the right thing. They met up at a public place, had a bite to eat at a place that he used to work at. Now, this place that he used to work at is called, let's see what this place is called. The name of this place he was at. It was some kind of seafood restaurant. It didn't go into detail the name of the restaurant. But either way it goes, this all happened on April the 1st. Now, this young lady is a young lady, Southern Belle. She was born in Vicksburg, Mississippi. She moved to Milwaukee with her mother when she was like 2 years old. And then she lived between Florida and Milwaukee. All right. Now, her father and father never got married, but they co-parent this young lady the best of their ability. Now, she worked at a pizza shuttle in Milwaukee. Her whole goal was at the time is not only just working and getting along with customers and be, get their independence, but she was also focusing on finishing her associate's degree in criminal justice at Milwaukee Area Technical College. And she was also thinking about joining the U.S. Air Force. And she came from a military background where her grandfather was a retired U.S. Navy veteran like me. Hoorah. I love it. And not to mention her uncle, a U.S. Army veteran. Now, she had recently got a passport. She had saved up her money. She wanted to go to Jamaica and Atlanta. And they even had the family tracking app Life 360. This is how they knew something was wrong. And then she even got her little sister job at this club. And then she also worked a second job. She lived in an apartment. And it was like a little bachelorette thing. They would eat seafood together. She was just a good young girl. You know what I'm saying? Now, she met this guy at the former job, which is called the Twisted Fisherman Restaurant. Then she mentioned to them that the dude may have to go through and pick up his W-2s, right? Which you know how that is, W-2s, things of that nature. So she texted him that, like, yo, we going, we got to go and get these W-2s for him and this, that, and the third. Don't you worry. I'll be right back. Like any young kid would talk to their parent at 19, you know what I'm saying? Because he used to work there anyway, so what's the big deal? And they had food and drinks. Then they left the restaurant. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, I'm back, guys. Just give me one moment. Had to take my camera off right quick. I'll put it back on in a minute. But anyway, getting back what I was saying. Uh, they left the restaurant at about 6:30. And then she also sent a Snapchat message to her friend while at the restaurant. And then they left the bar at about 9:06. So I guess it's like a restaurant and bar all together. The Robinson phone is located in the area of Anderson's home. Hold on for one second. Of Anderson's home, right? And then the surveillance video shows like two human figures arriving at the house in the night. So this is at 9:24 p.m. So they went back to his house. And then after that, that's when everything goes dark from there. Now, this is what's even more crazy. The crazy part is that all right, so the crazy part is that the guy had a history of domestic violence, very violent and things of that nature. See, this is why we tell people all the time, especially young ladies, you need to start doing a background check on these people before you get involved with them. Okay? I mean, I'm being realistic about this. You can listen, you can go to Truth Finder. You can pay, I think that joint like $8.99. $8.99. Hey CeeLo, can you see me? You said where the stream. Hold on, brother. Let's see if you can see me. Hold on. It seems like you can't see me. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, you should be able to see me, man, bro. Y'all get the lights up. Yeah, CeeLo, you should be able to see me. All right. So CeeLo can see me. I mean, I'm just being 100, man. You got to do these background checks. I know that a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to pay that much money. Or you can even do better than that. You can get the person's first and last name. And if you know a local police officer, you can ask the local police department. They can give you all the information you need on that person. I'm telling you guys, you need to start doing that, especially with Truth Finder. It'll go through nationwide. Because a lot of these people are not who they say they are. They will tell you, oh, I'm just this nice person and everything, you know, I've had a rough time in life, and you could really be dealing with someone that can ruin your life. Like literally, bro. This little girl never knew this was going to be the last time she's going to see her family. She's 19 years old. She see this kid, this guy, and this guy looks crazy. See, that's another thing y'all got to understand too. A lot of young women got to get through their skull. Just because a dude look wild and crazy does not mean he's safe. Every bad boy is just what it is, a bad boy or a bad man. So you cannot go with this whole rough look thinking, oh, he just looking like a tough guy. No, some people are really like that. Now, this girl remains is all over the place. No one knows where she at. or what's going on. Again, my condolences to the family. It really is. We got some more stuff coming up because we got some more news too now. It's not just it was, man, I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of crime that has happened recently. So let's see what we got going on here. All right, so this case here is crazy. I'm gonna play the video about it, but I gotta give y'all a backstory about this case. I don't know if y'all heard about this one. This one has been like totally all over the news. So let me go right here to presentation right quick on here so y'all can see this. So all right, so I'm gonna pause this right quick before I like to give y'all a backstory before I just start playing what happened and who the victims are. So this happened a day before my birthday, right? I don't know why all of the craziest crimes happens at the day before my birthday or the day of my birthday. I don't know what that is. It's kind of creepy. But either way it goes, this is in Texas County, Oklahoma. You got two women, Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelly. Now, Veronica Butler is a younger lady. Jillian Kelly is kind of near my age. And she has her husband is a pastor in the Oklahoma Panhandle area, in the Oklahoma Panhandle area. Now, the car that they were riding in was found abandoned in that area. Now you got 4 people that was arrested Saturday. Now this is what's going to trip y'all up, trip y'all out. One of the people arrested is Veronica Butler's mother-in-law, Tiffany Adams. Now this is because of a problematic custody battle is what made this turn this case into what it is now. Possibly 2 people that are no longer with us because the 4 people who committed this crime wanted one of those people out the way. So this is what happened. See, Butler was on her way to a supervised visit with her 2 children. And when she and Kelly went missing. Now, Kelly was, like I said, a court-appointed a supervisor for the visitation. Okay, so let me tell you what that means. A court-appointed supervisor is someone that is either a part of the child services or it could be by the court. It could be part of child services, or it could be a court person, a person that is really close to the case, may know everybody. They're basically the negotiator. Hey, I'm here to negotiate, make sure everything goes smoothly. That's their whole point, to make sure everything goes smoothly. All right. Now, let's keep on going here. The family got concerned when the 2 did not return home and went looking for them. They found Butler's car on Highway 95 in Road L, south of Elkhart, Kansas. So this is in another state. Okay, they're not in Oklahoma. They cars in Kansas. When the deputies arrived on the scene, they found some things that weren't adding up. According to the court records, deputies found blood inside the car and Butler's glasses in the middle of the road next to a broken hammer. Wow. A pistol magazine was found inside Kelly's purse at the scene, but no gun was found. The discovery sparked an extensive search by law enforcement from across the Oklahoma and Texas Panhandle and Southwest Kansas. It took everybody in this case to get this done. We know there were people who were frustrated and wanted answers as soon as possible. We wanted those too. Now, the investigation pointed to Adams, her boyfriend Tad Coolum, and Cole and Corey Tobley. All four was arrested Saturday and charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, kidnapping, and conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. Agencies surrounded home Saturday and arrested all four without incident. The children at the home were found safe. Law enforcement spent 2 weeks investigating, interviewing family, friends, and witnesses, and reviewing tips sent into the agencies. We're probably talking somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 law enforcement officers. Truly no exaggeration, working day and night for 15 days. And the court documents revealed the attack was planned. It also stated all four were part of an anti-government religious group called God's Misfits. Hey man, that's why some of these religious groups, man, listen, this is another thing, patriots, y'all need to understand. Not everybody is that say they pro-America got common sense, because some of these people are really out in the head. So if you got somebody out in the head talking about doing harm to other people and stuff, I digress. I'm out. I don't want no parts of you. Don't come near me, because now you have lost your blame mind. So if you got somebody always talking like that, always want to solve things with violence and hurting people when they don't let the courts handle things, and they just get to the extreme like this right here, you leave them fools alone. Because if you chill with them too long, you may find yourself making you a long stay with Bubba in the game. Now, the records show that Corey Tobley's teenage daughter was interviewed, and she told investigators the Tombleys would be gone on Saturday, March 30th, the same day the women went missing for a mission. It also showed in the weeks before the disappearance, Adams purchased burner phones and stun guns. The burner phones being close to private property in Texas County, where investigators said they found fresh dirt work. The affidavit showed the suspects dug a hole, filled it back in, and covered it with hay. It was likely the spot where the two bodies were uncovered. However, Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation could not confirm it. And the reason why they can't confirm it, because y'all know the procedure, they have to get the DNA tested. Now, court documents also revealed this was not the first time Adams and the rest of the group attempted to kill Butler. Oh my God. Back in February 2024, the four suspects traveled to Butler's home in Kansas and waited for her to come outside. The plan was to throw an anvil out of the back of their truck and into Butler's windshield to make it look like an accident, because anvils regularly fall off of work trucks. The affidavit went on to say that Butler never left her home and the plan was scrapped. So this is what's about to happen. They are about to do some major time. Custody battle. Now, here's the thing about this custody battle, because this is a custody battle. The father better pray that this woman's kids that he ain't had no inkling or clue about what was going on. Because if he did, his ass is grass. So if you know what I know, you better tell everything you know, player. You better tell your mama, don't call me about nothing, baby. I can't help you. Don't call me, don't reach out. You on your own. Sorry. But let's continue. We're gonna play the video clip and let them break it more down for you guys. Again, this is fair use. Please like the streams. We need the likes to come up, guys. Let's like the streams. All right, let's go.
tragedy in Texas County, Oklahoma. We're learning new details in a case involving two missing moms from Kansas.
Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelly vanished March 30th. Their car found abandoned in the Oklahoma Panhandle.
4 people have now been arrested in the case, including the grandmother of Butler's children.
News 4's Adria Goins breaks down the new information for us. Adria.
Jolene, Tiffany Adams, one of the 4 people arrested in this case, had custody of Butler's 2 children. Court documents confirm a problematic custody battle is the focus of this murder case.
You have 2 people who are dead, and 4 people that committed an absolutely brutal crime.
A crime committed over custody, according to court records. Veronica Butler was on her way to a supervised visit with her kids when she and Jillian Kelly, her court-appointed supervisor, disappeared in rural Texas County. Family finding Butler's car abandoned after they never returned home.
When they arrived on scene, they found some things that just weren't adding up.
According to court records, deputies found blood beside the car, Butler's glasses in the middle of the road, next to a broken hammer, sparking an extensive search.
You can tell that this was not strategically planned. You can tell that this was an act of hurry up and take them out. But see, when you leave evidence like that and you got a missing person, especially 2 women like that do not leave their, don't go away from their family for long periods of time like that. This is the situation now you're dealing with. Now you're dealing with that they're going to track you down, and it's not going to take long. And I don't know why people in these crimes think getting these burner phones is going to save you. Burner phones do not work anymore. And let me tell you why. Because they don't work, because burner phones now, the FBI and them, they can actually look for what the hell you have been doing. Okay, so if you, let's say for instance, they know that they have had beef with these people and that they are, having a custody battle. Okay, your regular phone might not even be in the area, and that's fine. This is what the cops will do. They'll do a radius. That's why people don't understand these burner phones don't help you no more. They'll do a radius of all the cell phone activity in that area based upon so many hours by the time this abduction happened, right? They will pinpoint all those cell phones. They'll get their numbers. Now, the ones that don't have a number from a contract phone, which is once again a burner phone, they're going to go and trace how did that number originate. And they're going to reach out to the company that you got that burner phone through. And you know what's crazy about that? They are going to track the number and find out what the serial number of your phone is attached to that number. So you didn't know that, right? There's a serial number attached to your burner phone. That serial number is recorded every time you buy a burner phone in a store. So you can be slick and get little Joey or whoever to buy it for you. It's going to always come back to you. That's what you fools don't understand. It always comes back to you. Technology today is ruthless. You cannot do no crime and think you're going to get away with it. Technology is too insane. It really is. I mean, damn, you got tracking devices on your car. If your car is in the late 2000s or newer, late 2000s or newer, I promise you, if especially got GPS, they can track where your vehicle has been. You cannot defy science. You know what I'm saying? You know what they say when you're trying to outrun the cops, you can't outrun the radio. Well, when it comes to these crimes, you cannot outdo forensic evidence, especially with technology. It is so a part of our lives that there's nothing you can do about it, yo. It's there, like it's fucking there. I don't understand, man. When I see people commit these crimes, I shake my head like, bruh, you might as well just go through the process, because by the time you do all that planning, trying to get away with it, and especially in little towns like this is a little town, okay? They ain't got nothing else better to do. They're gonna go tooth and nail to find your ass. So that's even worse. People think that these little towns cannot find out when you do dirt. They will find out faster than somebody living than you doing dirt in Chicago. Like if you did something in Chicago where it's so much of a caseload, the murder clearance level is not that high, so you can get away with it. You go to a place like that over there, a small town like a Texas County, Oklahoma, buddy, they ain't got nothing else better to do. They don't get murders like that. So guess what they gonna do? They're gonna be like hound dogs. They going to get everybody involved to help them. And you get one of them big city guys that's dealt with murder cases before, and it's a small town, and they know it's a small area, but it's so far you can go, it's a wrap. That's why I don't understand why people try to commit these crimes. Like it's not worth it. Really, it's not. Like I don't get it. I don't know who keeps telling people that this is a cool thing to do. It is a bad thing to do. You need to stop this mess. Quit trying to do the crime. Let's get back to how they found these idiots.
It took everybody in this case to get this done. We know that there were people throughout the 2-week process who were frustrated, who wanted answers as soon as possible. You know, we wanted those answers too.
We're probably talking somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 law enforcement officers. Truly, no exaggeration.
The investigation pointing to Adams, her boyfriend, Tad Cullum, and Cole and Cora Twombly. All four arrested over the weekend, charged with first-degree murder, kidnapping, and conspiracy to commit murder. Court documents show the attack was planned, stating the four were part of an anti-government religious group known as God's Misfits. The Twombleys telling their teenage daughter they would be gone the day the women went missing for a mission, according to the affidavit. In the weeks before, Adams purchased burner phones and stun guns, those burner phones pinging close to private property, where investigators found fresh dirt work, a hole that had been dug up, filled back in, and covered with hay, likely the spot where the two bodies were found.
All those court documents also showed this was not the first time Adams planned to kill Butler. Back in February, the group reportedly wanted to throw an anvil out of the back of a truck into Butler's windshield, making it look like an accident. But Butler never left her home that day. OSBI says it's still waiting on the medical examiner to determine the ID of those two bodies found and the exact cause of death.
Again, man, my condolences goes out to the family. And I'm going to say it again. For the love of God, please, people, if you have a problem with a custody battle in your family or whatever, go through the courts, please, and do it the proper way, because now you'll never see your grandkids. You'll never see your own kids if you got roped in to help somebody else. Everybody loses. They're not going to look. There's no winners in this. Those people going to do 40 to 50 years in prison at minimum. 40 to 50 years in prison, and the other one, two, probably gonna get life without no parole. Now your grandkids is gonna learn what you did to their mama. They ain't gonna want to have nothing to do with you. They don't want to talk to you, and here you is, looking crazy, all through the holidays in a cell, just looking crazy. Telling you, man, it ain't worth it. Just ain't worth it. That's all I can say. This ain't worth it. All right, man, let's get to another story here. Again, y'all, this is This is some crazy stories we got going on today, but I'm going to try to give y'all the rundown as much as possible. So give me 1 second here and pull up this next story. Now, this story here is again an example of why some people should not have children. You can't make this up, what I'm about to tell y'all. Now, this is in the title I was talking about. This is a woman from Texas. You know, I understand that everybody needs a vacation. I need a vacation from my kids a lot of time. You know, I understand. But there's a way to do shit. And I guess this woman didn't get the memo. In her mind, she felt like to go on vacation, you have to leave your kids behind at the house unattended. And then they'll work themselves out. And you know where it's from, right in Houston, Texas. And we already know it's a Sun woman. I'm sorry it had to be our damn color again. And black women, we got to start. Y'all got to start doing better now. This is getting to be ridiculous. And I don't want to hear this shit of, well, if I had a father in the house, this would have never happened. No, if your ass would have been more damn responsible and use common sense instead of trying to go on spring break and get your hot girl summer started, you wouldn't be in this predicament. Anyway, man, let me just pull this up and let y'all show what's up.
The mother accused of leaving her 2 young children home alone while she went on a cruise just appeared in court. This is a story that we first brought you last night at 10 o'clock. A judge calling the circumstances egregious and set her bond at $25,000. Our Micah Hatfield has more on a recap of her appearance today.
Lakeisha Williams.
Williams is accused of leaving her 6-year-old daughter and 8-year-old son home alone at their luxury high-rise in the Memorial City area while she flew to Florida and boarded a cruise to Puerto Rico.
Hey, man, before I get deep in the plan, anybody in the comment section, how many of y'all, I bet you see either an Instagram model and an OnlyFans broad. I guarantee you she gotta be. Because high-rise apartment, you leave your 2 kids alone, 6 and 8, to go on a cruise. You know a cruise, an average cruise lasts about 5 to sometimes 10 days. 5 to 10 days. So what would have happened if your ass would have never made it back to your children because of unforeseen circumstances? These kids would have been, oh my Lord. Who, man, this is why, baby, look, dudes, you got to watch who you put your penis in. I'm just saying, man, because every time you turn around, you get women like this, this is nothing but a tragedy waiting to happen. That's why a lot of you guys that get with these kids, even though I know a lot of guys say, oh, I didn't want the kid to know how, I didn't want to be no kid with it. Fuck all that. If the kid is here now, you need to be the bigger person and raise your child and get them out that situation. Because this right here is a situation that is not good. And then I wouldn't be surprised if the kid's father's not even involved. Because women like that, they don't want to be with they don't like no guy that cares and want to be involved with their children. Lord have mercy. To go on a cruise. I tell you, some women don't need no kids, bro. Some women don't need kids. That's all I got to say. She, at this point, she need to go ahead on and give her kids up for adoption because she ain't worth a damn. and she can't tell anybody that she love her kids. Because if you do some shit like that, you'll do it again.
Juveniles told officers that they had been left alone since April 4th.
The young children were said to be left alone to fend for themselves for at least 5 days and told deputies they didn't know when their mother was coming home. The Precinct 5 constable's office responded to Williams' apartment for a welfare check on Tuesday and noted that the apartment was in a state of disarray. They say it smelled like urine and said it was obvious the children had tried to make themselves meals.
Oh my Lord. A welfare check. So that means somebody, because this is a high-rise apartment. That tell you how idiotic she is. You in a high-rise apartment, those kind of apartments, they have security. They check everything in the apartments, every floor. So your fool ass gonna leave these kids for 5 days. Then they said the apartment smelled like urine. Well, you're dealing with an 8-year-old, and I think they said a 6-year-old. So somebody, kids, when they get afraid, a lot of times they will wet the bed. There's a lot of kids that do that because they're afraid. They're you know what I'm saying, they're not used to being alone, because that's just like a mechanism of fear. So this shows me that this woman don't give a damn. You leave your children for 5 days to go on a cruise. What was so goddamn important about this cruise that you had to leave your kids behind? Most real moms would have took their children on the cruise with them and been a mom. Lord have mercy. This is so disturbing. This breaks my heart. See, guys, never judge a book by its cover. You got people that's living in high-rise building. A high-rise apartment is equivalent to a mansion if you live in a small town or medium-sized town. This just gives you an idea that people are not who they say they are. A lot of people put on a lot of masks and faces. This lady probably had everybody thinking she had her shit together when the whole time she is a total mess. Whatever man that gets involved with this broad, run. Don't make no kids with this heifer. This heifer ain't shit. I don't want to hear this. Oh, she has mental health problem. No, fuck that. There ain't no mental health problem. This is just a straight fucking thought. That's all that is. Because anybody that leave their children behind for a damn cruise, man, stop. Stop that shit.
Court records say police found a phone and a camera that she was using to communicate with the children while she was gone. When deputies tried to contact Williams, they say she was not cooperative and changed her story about where she was. She was
okay. So you seem to tell me you think because you use a phone and camera to talk to your kids that it's okay. Oh yeah, it's okay. I was gone, but I was in contact with them. Man, look, you know how stupid that shit sound? Man. Yeah, she looking tight. Yeah. Yeah, Lizzo, these 403s gotta go. No, Lizzo, she don't do that. I tell you what she do. She don't even fuck with Renison or errands. Ain't that shit. She the type of broad that she'll get a whole bunch of money, right? And give it all to her kids. I mean, give it all to herself, right? So she'll buy everything up, Louis Vuitton bag, all that shit, but she won't pay the bills. or things of that nature. You're right, CeeLo. Education is lacking, and it's lacking because due to the fact of the matter, women like this, man, women like this is horrible, bro. Like, I'm telling you, women is nowhere near the parental substance that it was 50 years ago. The great grandmas and stuff we had 50 and 40 years ago are no longer with us. They are gone. Or they're either that, they're in old age and they don't remember anything and they're about to leave. And because of this new generation we got, these grandmas and stuff, they don't give a damn about these kids either. Everybody trying to get on OnlyFans and shake ass. Everybody trying to be a Instagram model so they can get flown out. Everybody trying to find a way to get their back blown out and get spoiled. Like the whole world now is very sexualized when it comes to women today. Women are very sexualized. It's not like it was back when you had women that were freaks, but they kept it under control and kept it on the low with just a certain man or a couple of guys they want to be freaky with. Nah, these new women now, these modern women, they brag about high body count. They look at it as a badge of honor. I seen one girl on a video said she done knocked down 250 men and lost her virginity at 16, and she was only 250 men, and I think she was only 21. So you let that sink in. 250 men within a 5-year period. That's a lot of bodies. It's a lot of bodies for a girl, for women. But this, like I said, this new school, they like that. These boys like that. The young boys like none. But they don't like it. They just don't deal with it. So that means an average of every year she was dealing with 50 different type of guys. And you divide that into a monthly ratio, that means she was averaging messing with 4 guys a month in a 5-year period. Hey Lizzo, is you somebody I know? Because you use my government. I'm back, guys. Sorry, I was commentary. Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. Okay. Yeah, yeah, because he do say my name on the streams. Okay. He do say my government on the streams. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. But anyway, This right here crazy.
Arrested Thursday evening.
This afternoon, the judge issuing a protective order to keep Williams away from her children and to prevent her from communicating with them. She remains in custody on a $25,000 bond. The mother accused of.
All right, so y'all saw that, y'all heard that. So here's my thing about this, right? So you went on a cruise, you left your kids, right, by themselves. You thought videotaping them and smiling and all that shit was gonna take care of you not being seen as a fucked up individual. And then you turn around, get charged, you get bond, but it's 25K, and now you can't even afford to get out for 25K. Wonder why? I tell you why. Because you one of them bras that cannot manage your money. Yeah, CeeLo, all she got to put down is between $2,500 and $3,500. She can walk right out of that jail. But I'm telling you now, she ain't got it. Because you know why? Because she spent on that cruise. She live above the means. She one of them bras that she live paycheck to pay. I'm telling you, I would not be surprised that chick got an OnlyFans or some kind of content. I'm telling you, she looked like the type. Well, they got Wi-Fi too now, Lizzo. So there is Wi-Fi now. So if you got Wi-Fi, a lot of these boats got Wi-Fi. You can do all kind of stuff with the Wi-Fi. Not necessarily, CeeLo, but let me tell you, she probably had money, but she probably blew it, but never thought she would ever get caught up. And she might have a sugar daddy, but like I said, they ain't going to get her out of there. So that should tell you something. Her sugar must be ain't that good. I'm just saying, bro, because most women I know that's like this, they just spend wildly. And I wouldn't be surprised she got a gambling problem too. A lot of that stuff happens. CeeLo, what taxes? Her taxes is downstairs, bro. That's her taxes. Come on now, you know how them girls get down. Oh, you want to be my special VIP? Get that lifetime package. Spend $80. Grandpa out here flying her out and shit, getting all kinds of jewelry. Got grandpa loved up in the high-rise hotel with the kids. Telling them everything you want to hear so she get paid next month. Crazy, man. Yeah, that's true, CeeLo. They do. If you didn't know, about a couple years back, they had a program where if you was a adult content creator and you wasn't paying your taxes, they started acting like they were a fan, so they could actually get information or email or whatever they could to track you down and serve you. So yeah, they definitely on that. All right, y'all, we got another tragic story coming up, man. I think this is also out of Oklahoma. If it is, Oklahoma has had a crazy week this week, man. This is not good at all. No, this is in Indianapolis. I'm sorry, Indianapolis. It had to be you. You know, guys, I say this all the time. Some people do not need to be a parent. They really don't. And I know a lot of people tell me, Joey, don't say that, man. You being mean. No, I'm not. I'm being real. Some people don't need to be a parent. I feel like some people should just, as soon as they know that they are not able to take care of a child or have problems doing right by that child, I feel like people should just go ahead on and give their children up for adoption. So that way, real people that love children can take care of those kids. I stand on that. I would never wane from that. Now, out of this story, this story here coming from Indianapolis is about a mother confessing to not only killing her child, but also putting her child in a situation where she is covered with human excrement. Let that sink in. Who does that? A sick ass individual. Again, this may be a trigger warning for people that do not like to hear stories about kids, but this is fair use, fair use. I'm finna play it, and then from there, we'll go from there and break it down.
And we have some breaking new information now as we get our first look at the charging documents for an Indianapolis mother accused of murdering her 5-year-old daughter.
And sadly, it's not the first time that she's been accused of neglect. Fox 59's Jesse Wells spoke with the young girl's family about her death.
According to court records, the victim's mother initially tried to blame the father for the abuse suffered inside this home. But when that story quickly fell apart, the suspect allegedly admitted she knew she was treating her daughter wrong, but simply didn't care. Inside this mobile home on Denver Drive, IMPD officers were called Tuesday night to investigate a deadly case of child abuse and found 5-year-old Kinsley Welty severely malnourished. That little girl died a short time later after being taken to Riley Hospital. Inside the home, police claim they found a small closet covered in fecal matter where the girl was forced to spend most of her time. According to court records, the child's mother, Toni McClure, admitted she did the bare minimum to feed her daughter, who often complained she was hungry. McClure confessed she feared her actions would eventually lead to her daughter's death.
You know, that's why sometimes I wish that why can't we be like other countries? Do you know in India, if you hurt a child, you get capital punishment. It's no negotiating. It's no let's figure it out. You get murked. That's it. They take care of you right after the trial. They don't even give you a time to say goodbye to mom and dad. It's over. There's a lot of other countries like this, but we as Americans, we can't do it for nothing. And then this what else makes it more disgusting is our social services system. I mean, the social services system is so disturbed. They will see these cases of child abuse and they will be so lazy and will not act on it. You literally for social services to do their job in most of these states and cities I've seen, the child has to be either near dead or dead, and then they're like, okay, we'll do our job now, and it's disgusting. This is why so many of these bastards go under the radar. Because they know how to play they already know the system. They already figured out. They know that the social services do not want to do paperwork, so that gives them enough time to do what the hell they want to do to these kids. And when it's all said and done, they are the one that try to play like, oh, I tried everything I could to save her. No, you didn't. None of y'all did. Man, this is bullshit.
She's a wicked woman, is all I can say.
This poor little girl had no chance whatsoever. She had a parent who, well, she wasn't a parent, she was a monster who failed her. in every way.
Police also claim the mother's boyfriend, Ryan Smith, admitted he was concerned the girl was losing weight, but didn't want to call 911 because he loved the girl's mother. Finally, because she was arrested for murder, McClure is being held without bond.
All right, and you simping ass dudes out here, y'all need to quit being simps when it comes to situations like this. If you see a young child being tortured by the mother, it is your job as a man to put all that "I'm so in love with her, she's so beautiful" to the side and do what is right. That lets us know what character you are. You are just as complicit. I don't give a shit if you said, "Well, I didn't do anything. I never went near her." No, you just as complicit because you sat back and not did a damn thing. That is a human being. Hell, it's bad enough to do an animal like that. A child? Bruh, come on. Oh, I love her. No, you didn't. No. It was a convenience because you didn't have to deal with a child. Because that's what a lot of y'all do that. That's why a lot of these fools abuse these kids. Because they mad because they got to be responsible for them. Yep, you right, CeeLo. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. But then CeeLo, you gotta look at too what area it's in. Cause if a black woman does the same thing and it's in a major city like Houston, right? Oh yeah, she'll get a bond. She'll get a 25K bond. But if a white person do it in Houston, they're not gonna get no bond. Now she can't even be around her children. Now they didn't say the children's in foster care, so that probably means the children is with a family member. But you're right, a lot of white parents that get caught up in stuff like that, like in Houston or Dallas, they would have took the kids, put it in foster care, wouldn't put it with no family, and that would have been it. They would have had to fight like hell to get them children back. Telling you, man, you can't make this stuff up. But it's a double standard. I agree. I ain't gonna lie with you. I'm not gonna disagree with you on that.
Pending the filing of formal charges. Jesse Wells, Fox 59 News.
And Jesse, thank you. Fox 59 has team coverage on these charges today. And as we said, this isn't the first time that Tony McClure has had run-ins with police.
Back in 2018, Mooresville police found Tony and several children living in squalor. Fox 59's Eric Graves looked into that incident today, hoping to piece together what may have led to Kinsley's death.
Yeah, just some alarming documents, to be honest with you, we read through today. Mooresville police showed up to her apartment complex in 2018, finding terrible living conditions and multiple kids within them. At the time, Kinsley was just a newborn. Court docs mention a 3-week-old, which authorities and family have confirmed to us was Kinsley. You see her picture there. This is the apartment complex. She and another child were found with full diapers. The children were dirty and in an apartment filled with trash and cigarette butts on the floor. Police described it as one of the worst living conditions they had ever seen.
All right, so this is what I want y'all to understand. I'll guarantee you that the officers probably even recommended to social services to remove the children from the home, but social services will always ignore. Now, he said it's the worst they ever seen, but what did they probably did? Let that woman keep them kids, because I guarantee you they didn't want to fuck with no paperwork. That's all it boils down to with these fuckers. That's why they do that to these kids, and they let these kids get in these situations because they don't want to do paperwork. That's what it's all about. I don't want to do paperwork. Well, you don't want to do paperwork, don't worry about it. I mean, that's what it is, because they had a case recently where a similar situation. The woman was a habitual abuser of children, and they would go to the house plenty of times, see it wrecked, ruined, smelling like this and that, dog feces all over the place, and they still allow that person to keep those kids. Still allow them. because they didn't want to do paperwork. They did a 30-day thing. Well, we're going to give you 30 days to clean it back up. 30 days, yeah. Anybody can clean a shithole like that up in 30 days and turn back around and go back to it again. So, yeah, this is what I'm saying. They need to quit doing this. They need to start snatching these kids from these bad environments. Fuck all that, keeping the family together. If they want to keep their family together, they'll do it the right way the first time. If you start doing that, a lot of these parents are straighten up. That's why these parents keep doing this shit. Because they feel like that they ain't gonna get their meal tickets on a snatch. Because they treat these kids like meal tickets anyway. So hold them to the standard. Yeah, thank you, Anthony. Tell them to hit that like button over there, man. I need all the likes I can get over there on Rumble. We trying to grow over here.
The children eventually were taken to the hospital, and doctors said Kinsley was already malnourished and even lost weight in just her 3 short weeks of life to that point. We talked to Detective Lindsay Hayden with the Mooresville Police today. She responded to the apartment that day in 2018, comforting the children and even going to get items they needed when they couldn't be found in the home.
We went and purchased diapers, snacks, and some water for the child so we can mix formula. She was very hungry, and
yeah, I want y'all to review the look on that officer's face. That officer got tears in her eyes because I guarantee you, like I said before, she probably suggested for the social services to take the kids out the home. And what did they probably do? The same old, same old. Oh, yeah, they're good to go. We'll close the case. And a lot of times, these jokers don't even come back 30 days after close the case to do a random check. They don't. Because they don't give a fuck. Because, again, they don't want to deal with paperwork. That's why so much of this abuse is going on around here. I mean, they don't want to deal with it. I know people don't like hearing that, but it's the truth. They don't want to deal with it. That's why they continue to do it. Well, you know what? We need people in the child protective services systems that are going to do what they're supposed to do. That don't mind doing the paperwork to make sure a child is safe. Because this child life could have been spared. 2018, she was a newborn. This girl could have been lived to be 5 years old and could have been enjoying her days of preschool or kindergarten, having a good old time. This baby's life was snuffed because everybody failed her that was in a position of power. They failed her. The mother, the boyfriend, the grandparents, and the social services, because they could have done the right thing.
definitely she took the formula in fairly quickly.
Court docs say the children were taken to a foster home after getting checked out at the hospital. Over the next few years, it appears Kinsley was cared for by foster parents and relatives, but did eventually end up back with her mother, leading to her death this week. Coming up on Fox 59 News at 6, we'll hear from Kinsley's family, who say that the system frankly failed this little girl by putting her back with her mother.
All right, Eric, thank you.
And you can read.
So this is probably what happened. They said she was with various families. So this is what the mama probably did. The mama probably knew that that little girl was a walking check. So she probably went through the court system, did all the bullshit that she's supposed to do to get that child back, and got that child back just to once again not take care of her. That child was a check. Probably getting food stamps off that child. Probably getting, well, I would say she's 4, so she probably get the last of the week because she was still 4. Because I think once they get 5 in most states, they don't get WIC no more. And that's probably what it was. Probably what it was. She was getting all that shit from the government. Now that child was a means to an end. was never cared for. That's why I still say, if you find a child in a horrible situation like that, the parent should not get the child back. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear no, I was messed up and I cleaned now. Maybe you have, but you don't need that child back, because you just don't turn a leaf like that on something like that. That it just doesn't work. It's like somebody that take a hit off of meth 3 or 4 or 5 times and then goes through the withdrawal and say, you know what, I can be around meth and not even have no taste or no desire for it. What's gonna happen? They're gonna get right back to it again. Crazy, man. Anyway, man, I want to give a shout out to some of the new people that followed my channel. Hold on. I got to give a shout out over here on Rumble, because I want to tell everybody, give everybody a shout out. Because before now, I'm about to go and play my a little bit of my game to calm my nerves down. Hold on for a second. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all had it. All right, so I want to give out to the shout out to the following that have followed me within the last week on Rumble. Shout out to Solent Guy. Thank you very much for joining my Joel Davis Media Network. Shout out to Legendary Chickenberry for also joining my Joel Davis Media Network. I also want to give a shout out to I'm Cool with Less Options. Thank you for joining my Joel Davis Media Network. Also, too, shout out to Herbert 1913. Thank you for joining my J News and Views. And shout out to the real David Adams for joining my main channel, J News and Views, over there in Rumble. So I want to say thank y'all so much for hanging out tonight, man. It really, really made me feel great to have you guys here. Again, with the YouTube situation, it is what it is. I ain't worrying about it at this point. I'm going to keep rocking, do what I do. But please like, please share, please subscribe. You know all my other channels. And you know what I love to say now, because I'm not into my feelings. I'm making it a point to say it every chance I get. Thank y'all for y'all support. Shout out to Rumble. And again, fuck you too. I'm out.